Okay, the onions and the garlic are properly sauteed. You can see the color there? Okay, so now it's time to add the water. Now this is 9 cups, okay? It's 8, but then I pushed it a bit and got another cup in there. I actually need 10 cups, so I have 1 cup right there. Okay, so... Nine plus 1. Okay, people don't find it salty enough, they can always put more on their plate. But yeah, because this is going to be for, as I said, baby shower. There'll be young people, old people. Some old people have heart issues, so you got to be conscious of that and not kill them with salt, or else they won't be able to eat your food. Okay, so we're just going to bring that to a boil now. I'm going to put a lid on that, and once it's boiling, I'll add the tomato paste and the peas. Bring that to a boil, and then we'll add the rice. As you can see, the pot is just boiling, so it's time now to add the other stuff. Okay. Woo. I'm going to leave it on max though, because everything's going to slow down. The more you add, the boiling will stop. Okay, now I actually will only use about 1/3 of this can here. I don't want to overpower it or have it obviously too weak in flavor. Okay, that's it. And now we're going to add the peas. Okay. Here, I'll just show you quick. That's what she looks like right now. You see that? That'll boil, and then we'll add the rice. So we'll just cover that up. Let it boil, and I'll be back. Okay, the rice, or the water is boiling again, and it's time to add the rice. So now this guy, it dries out because it's been dripping all the extra water out, and so I'm just going to break this up before we put it in there. Okay, so here goes. Now we just cover it up, and we'll set the clock for 18. Alright, so we've put the rice into the foil pan, and that's what it looks like. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And William and I just tested it, and it tastes right. So hopefully tomorrow everyone will enjoy it. We just checked the roasts, and they're doing wonderfully. William feels the same as me. He wants to drink the juice that the roasts are cooking. These are the roasts after they're cooked and cooled down. So the idea here is we let them cool right down to either room temperature or even fridge temperature, and then they're easier to cut. Now I didn't cook them as long as I might have if we were going to eat them today. Because it's tomorrow, I cook them a little less. I'm going to slice them up, put them in the container with the gravy, and then when they heat up in the oven before the event tomorrow, they will finish their cooking. Okay, so once the I start cutting them, then I'll show you how I do that. Now the gravy is the juice that they cooked in, plus all the onions and the garlic that was, I pulled it all apart, and I put it in this, here I'll show you, in this pot, right there. And I'm going to use the immersion blender, which is right there. And I'm going to puree all that. Then I'll have to add a few seasonings and probably some flour and water just to thicken it up a bit. And that'll be our gravy, wine-based gravy, right, with all the beef flavor in it. So this should be pretty good. Okay, so I'll get set up for that and I'll be back. Okay, our pot of juice is just about starting to boil, so I'm just going to season it up with some just some beef stock. Here we are, beef stock. Okay, now this is probably the easiest way to mix up this stuff. You just put it in a mason jar and shake the crap out of it. Flour and water. There's 4 heaping tablespoons of flour in here, and that much water. So what is that, like a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups? You don't have to get too exact with the ratios. And now we just do this. And it'll thicken up, and our gravy will be basically done. If you want to add, you know, a little Worcestershire sauce or whatever, you can. Maybe I'll do that. Throw a little in there. There we go. Little Leah and Perrin's Worcestershire. So, just, yeah, that's good. Just a good splash. That's like maybe a teaspoon and a half or so. You know what, guys? That is done. So I shut it off.